Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday, December the 4th. It's the Feast of St. John Damascene, great church father. And minute-plus meditation here. So, Isaiah chapter 25. This is frequently chosen for readings at funerals. And it's good because it's an Old Testament prophecy about the future resurrection. So, it's I don't know if they fully comprehended it then, but it certainly gave them hope about a future, something beneficial happening in the future with God's people. So on this mountain, the Lord of hosts will make for all peoples a feast of rich food, a feast of well-aged wines, of rich food filled with marrow, of well-aged wines strained clear. And he will destroy on this mountain the shroud that is cast over all people, the sheet that is spread over all nations. He will swallow up death forever. So for us, it's pretty clear. We know that God is telling them that one day death will be defeated in the death of Jesus Christ, who will rise from the dead. They didn't understand the full reality of it. And even the apostles, remember on the way down from Mount Transfiguration, when our Lord talked about his own resurrection, they said, well, what does the resurrection mean? See, and they're not stupid. They're just, it's so beyond them. It seems like us, like it's pretty darn obvious, but it wasn't to them. So they needed the full revelation in Jesus Christ himself. So then the Lord will wipe away every tear from all eyes, from all faces. That's inserted into the third Eucharistic prayer. So it's an anticipation of the fact that our Lord will rise from the dead and he will wipe away all tears from our eyes, because death, sorrow, sadness, the pain of separation causes tears. And one day that's going to all be gone. And the disgrace of his people he will take away from all of the earth, for the Lord has spoken. So this is our great hope, and it's something we should foster, particularly during the season of Advent, even though I know we're celebrating the birth of Christ, but it's because of the birth of Christ that we have hope in the resurrection. Jesus is here. He's here. Remember, he's not here for a fun time. He's not here, to have us kind of sun on the beach, as it were. Jesus is here for war. Remember that. Jesus is here for war. He's entering behind enemy lines in disguise. Use C.S. Lewis's language. It's very, very important for us. This is deadly serious with eternal consequences. As wonderful and as romantic and all that kind of stuff. And there is a divine romance going on here. But it's also a deadly adventure with real consequences. And so it's really important that you and I reflect on that. He's here for victory and victory alone. To the Gospel, Matthew chapter 15, great crowds came to him, bringing with him the lame, the maimed, the blind, the mute, and many others. They put them at his feet, and he cured them. And so the crowd was amazed when they saw the mute speaking and so on. But then he's not satisfied with that. He says, I have a compassion for the crowd, because they have been with me now for 3 days and have nothing to eat, and I do not want to send them away hungry, for they might faint on the way. So we know what he does. He multiplies the bread and the bread and the fish. But our Lord is not satisfied with that either, because he knows they're going to focus on the body. And while the body is important, the curing of the diseases and the filling of the stomach for fuel and so on, he knows what's really important is that they do the will of God, and that they are prepared to receive the gift that he's going to offer them, and that's the gift of his own life, the gift of the Holy Eucharist, the gift of his sacrifice on the cross. That's the prize. And the healing of the body and the nourishing of the body are signs, if you will. They're temporary, and they're signs of God's power, and God is going to heal all defects, and he's going to give us food that will never fade away. That is himself. So we have to be very careful not to settle on the hors d'oeuvres, the healing of the body, nourishment for the body, food for the body. But we want the full course, and the full course is the beatific vision. The full course is God himself. That's very important for you and me to reflect on. So be thankful, be grateful and be generous as a result of God's blessings. But remember, don't settle on the hors d'oeuvres. Aim for the full course. God bless you.